Starting Daf Yud Bet. The Gemara says, Amar of Chisda. Hada Amar. This is what we said yesterday. They went, asked in the Beit HaMidrash, and they said, Mit'anim l'sha'ot. V'mit'aneh l'sha'ot. Mitpalel tefilat ta'anit. Morning, Mr. Hanona. So it sounds like you could fast until 12 o'clock, fast until 1, and say Anenu. Right?
Must be to Hatzot.
Well, no, technically you could fast until 12 o'clock and say Anenu in Shachrit, even better. Right? I don't know, Mit'anim l'sha'ot, fast for 2 hours. Hada Amar Mit'anim l'sha'ot.
As long as you say the night
says
before,
Rav Chisda says, no, Mit'anim l'sha'ot you don't have to.
Even if you ate in the morning?
Oh, we're getting there. Vehu shelo ta'am klum ad ha'erev. It's only a fast if you didn't eat all day. Amar le Abaye. So Abaye told Rav Chisda, what kind of sketch is that? You're telling me Mit'anim l'sha'ot, I thought I'm getting a 50% discount. Now you're telling me I'm not eating all day. Ha ta'ani me'al yatai. So if I didn't eat all day, it's a whole fast. What are you calling it Mit'anim l'sha'ot? Says the Gemara, lo tzricha de'im lacham luche. The case is he didn't eat all day, right? In the morning he was busy, right? He was planning on having breakfast. Right? He's waiting for breakfast, but he didn't get to breakfast. Then he was waiting for lunch, and he missed lunch. Says, you know something? I might as well fast. So he could call the rest of the day Taanit because he didn't eat all day.
He didn't say in the morning. Accepted from the day before.
So as long as you accept it from before the fast. So you say from now to the end of the day I'm going to fast. You accept it and then you fast.
You can fast from 12 to 6.
Yeah,
right.
It counts from the time that he calls it. It's a fast.
Right. So it's a Taanit Sha'ot. It's a Taanit Sha'ot. Lo tzricha da'am lichim luche. Da'am Rav Chisda. Kol Taanit shelo shaka'a alav hama. If the sun didn't set on the fast, lav shme Taanit. That's not a Taanit.
That's good. That's a good one, though.
It's the same thing. It's just telling you that don't think you can make a fast.
First part of the day.
Right in the first part of the day. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything yet. I'll fast until 12 o'clock. It doesn't work. It has to be the whole day and shaka alav hamma. You need both. So the only time of ta'anit sha'ot that's really practical is amli chamluche. Is that you change your mind in the middle of the day? Look in the sheet. Hada amar for Sfaradim it doesn't mean anything. That's Cham Yosef always says. Chatzi yom b'shvilenu ze klum. Hada amar mit'anim l'sha'ot. We'll see. They shouldn't be, but Ashkenazim they have a.
Nobody's perfect.
Hada amar mit'anim l'sha'ot. Hu shelo ta'am klum kol oto hayom Rashi. Kilomar lo amru. They're not talking b'mit'aneh she'achal bo bayom. He ate that day. Kegon she'hetchil ta'anot ad chatzi hayom. He fasted until half a day, and then he ate. That's not mitanim l'sha'ot. Then ze inui. So it's not an inui. Some people would say missing breakfast is a big deal, but inui it's not. Ve'im achal kodem chatzot, and if he ate before chatzot, he said, "I'm going to fast until chatzot," and then he ate and bekach klum. De'eno ta'anit shel klum. It's not a fast. Ela kesheheshlim kol hayom. It's only a fast if he did the whole day. Afal pi shelo kebelo alav me'etmol, even though he didn't accept it yesterday. Uparich, and the Gemara asks, Id kabil alav le'tanot ad chatzi hayom v'hadar mit'aneh kol hayom, and he fasts the whole day. Ha ta'ani me'al yetahi. So it's a fast of the whole day. Upshita de ta'anit gamuru. Va'afilu tfilat ta'anit nami mitpalel. Of course, he should pray tfilat ta'anit. V'lo etzterich le'ukme halacha b'hachi. He had to tell me a chidush that the guy who fasts the whole day, it's a ta'anit. Dezeo ta'anit gamur. V'hai makshe savar. The guy asking the question from the high halacha mit'anim l'sha'ot kemashma'o. He understood it literally. The yachol le'tanot ad chatzi hayom. Right, a guy that fasts until half a day. I call that a fast. So Gemara says, Lo tzaricha demamlich amluche kilomar. Lo haya beda'ato klal lehitanot. He really wasn't planning on fasting. Ela atalei tirda. Something came up. V'lo achal ad chatzi hayom. He didn't eat until 12 o'clock. V'chimata chatzi hayom when 12 o'clock came. Mamlich. He changed his mind. Amar ho'il v'tanet yad chatzi hayom. If I already got to hear, etane kol hayom, I'll fast all day.
Must be 12 o'clock before.
Could be any time you want. Shelo shaka alav hama. If you didn't fast until sunset, shalot ana adoto sha'ah, it's not a fast. So the Gemara asks a question on that.
Do you have to have a purpose for a fast?
Huh?
Do you have to have a reason?
No.
Just take it.
Yeah. So the Gemara says, Meiti ve, I'll ask you a question. Anshe mishmar, right? We're going to say later in the Masechet that when it comes to the fasts that we fast for the rain, the Anshe mishmar that are working in the Beit HaMikdash, mit'anim, they fast with the people, velo mashlimim, and they don't complete the fast. Must be that fasting part of the day is also considered a fast. If not, don't make them fast at all. Rashi, Anshe mishmar, kohanim v'levim, ha'ovdim, mit'anim, they fast, kedolkama bepedek seder ta'anigot. Velo mashlimim, but they don't make them finish, lefi shehem asukim ba'avodah. Ve'en yecholim lashlim, they can't finish. Alma avagav de'enu mashlim, even though he doesn't finish the fast, mit'aneh karile, you call him mit'aneh.
Why are you making him fast at all? What's he doing? I mean,
You see that it means something. If it means something, let him fast as much as he can. Let him fast for a couple hours, right? We're saying those people fast, but they don't complete it. If you're telling me fasting half a day is nothing, so why bother making them fast?
Like we don't bechorot in the morning.
No.
So what's that?
That's something.
Wasn't it a holiday for them, like?
When they're working? No.
No, when they got that week, is it like a?
No. Says the Gemara, Hatam litzure nafshe be'almahu. Really, they don't have to fast. The reason why they're fasting is not because it's a fast, it's because it's aib that they don't join the people that are suffering. So it's more of a showing solidarity thing than a fast. Rashi. To the people, there's no rain. Like we said yesterday, if the people are suffering, you got to suffer with them. But doesn't mean that it's a fast.
Why are you suffering half time? They're all suffering full time.
Because the people are working in the Beit HaMikdash. They can't fast. Yeah, they need to eat. Right? Eno Taanit, ela litpalel, lo litpalel tfilat anenu, velo lekovo alav chova klal. V'chol sha'ah shu rotze le'echol ochel. Really, he can eat whenever he wants. It's just a mitzvah to join with the people.
I just think it's funny that the Leviim and the Kohanim don't have free for Tzibur. They're the ones in Mitzrayim that didn't work the Leviim.
Oh, guys, he's still upset about
No,
it.
I'm just saying it's funny.
Okay. Tashema, Ta'amar Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Tzadok, Ani mibnei banav shel San'a ben Benyamin. Rashi tells us, mibnei banav shel San'a ben Benyamin, Mishevet Benyamin. Doesn't mean he was the son of Benyamin. Right? So what was the case? One time, Hal Shabbat liot b'Shabbat. The Shabbat fell on Shabbat. V'dechinuhu la'achar Shabbat. So it got pushed to Sunday. V't'anenu bo, we fasted on we fasted, the Bnei San'a ben Yamin fasted on Sunday the 10th. V'lo hishlamnuhu, but we didn't have to complete it. Mepnei Yom Tov shelanu, because the 10th of Av is the Yom Tov for the Bnei San'a ben Yamin. So, okay, so if you're not going to fast the whole day, don't fast at all.
should really adopt this one for them.
What? You had to be born into it. Hatamnami litzure nafshe be'almahu. Over there also, really, they didn't have to fast at all because it's not a Taanit. But it's not nice to be poresh minasibur.
What's the Yom Tov for that?
Rashi. Yom Tov shelanu hu kedel kaman. You got to get the DNA test for it. Sheyom Tov shelanu hu kedel kaman b'shlosha perakim. Like we're going to say later in the third perek, Zman atzeh kohanim v'ha'am, or the fourth perek. Zman atzeh kohanim v'ha'am ad b'chamisha, so chamisha be'av, on the 5th of Av, b'nei Parush ben Yehuda, be'asara, on the 10th, b'nei San'a ben Binyamin. Shal yedei ma'aseh, we're going to see over there the story, kav'u lahem chachamim, the chachamim gave them the right, l'nadev etzim, to donate wood, u'lahavi le'ma'aracha, to use it for the ma'aracha, for the fires on the mizbeach. When their time would come, they would bring it. Umadlikim otam al gaber mizbeach. The kohanim would put it on the mizbeach. Alfal pi shayu sham sha'aretzim. On a regular day, say Moshe decides he wants to bring etzim to the Beit HaMikdash. Hazaku baruch. Here you go. Says, could you put them on today? I'm here. It's full of wood. Wait till what we need. We'll use it. Right? And these people, because of their zichud, they were able to bring it and they used it that day. Right? מה שאין כן בשאר מתנדב עצים, והם מבערים אותם בזמן שיש עצים אחרים. Now, I think this is a separate point, במסכת מנחות אמרינן, המתנדב עצים, anybody can donate wood, לא יבחור משני גזירים, ועצים טעונים כמיצה, טעונים הגשה. There is such a thing as a קורבן עצים.
Do we have it before in Yomi?
Maybe. So you have to make kemitzah with it. It's a whole story. So over there, the Gemara says, "Hatamnami lesure nafshe be'almahu," was just to afflict himself. Tashema, the Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan was in the habit of saying, "Ehe b'ta'anit ad she'avol beti." I'm fasting until I get home. There's a couple hours. Rashi, the Amar Rabbi Yochanan, pe'amim shaya omer ehe b'ta'anit. עד שעבור לביתי, ואימתי לביתי, if he gets home בשתיים, או בגימל שעות ביום, the second or third hour of the day, האכיל, he would eat, וקרי למתענה, so obviously a couple hours is a fast.
All this is without accepting it in mincha the day before.
For sure not, says the Gemara. Yeah.
So I mean, he accepted it.
I'm talking now. I'm going home.
Hatam לשמוטה נפשי מבין נסיעהו דעבד. He did that, it wasn't a fast, it was a sketch. The Yochanan constantly, the Ben Nasi wanted him to eat by the house. So he needed a way to get out of it. Excuse. Rashi, l'shmute nafshim ben nesiya, delo letrichuhu lemechal ba'adai. They shouldn't bother him to eat with them. Shehaya mevakesh shemenu shiochal imo. He wanted him to eat with him. Haya omer, Kenny would say that shelo yatrichu leechol imo. Miu, love it ta'anit. It wasn't a ta'anit. Shemaya rotzeh. Haya ochel miyad. He could have eaten right away. Ve'em benedro klum. So, a chatzi yom is not a fast. The Ramah says, Jimmy, you want to bring me a Mishnah Berurah Chelik Vav? The Ramah says, no, if it's not a ta'anit, no, so at least you could say anenu in Shomei Tfilah, because it's not worse than a bakashat rahamim. If not, say it after Shomei, after Elokai Nitzor. So really, the Ramah basically admits that it's not a ta'anit, but
it's a problem if it counts as a ta'anit or
yeah.
not.
Maran says, "Mitane Adam ta'anit shaot, v'lo shelo echal kol hayom." Ketzad shehaya tarud b'chafatzav u'metasef b'tzrachav v'lo achal chatzot, or atet shaot, even later, v'nimlach, and he changed his mind לתענות בשעות שנשארו מן היום, הרי זה מתענה אותם שעות ומתפלל בהם עננו, שהרי קיבל עליו התענית קודם שעות התענית. ויש אומרים, I accepted it before the hours. ויש אומרים שגם זה תענית שעות, וצריך שיקבלנו עליו מאתמול. Some say you have to accept it from yesterday. in mincha. V'heichi mishkachala, kigon shekibel alav me'etmol. So the case is you accept it from yesterday l'tanot ad chatzi hayom. U'chshegiya lachatzi hayom, when he got till chatzot, nimlach v'gamro, he decided to finish it. Or shekibel alav l'tanot lemachar mechatzi hayom va'elach, he accepted to fast half the day. U'machar nimlach, he changed his mind. V'lo achal gam b'chatzi hayom v'rishon. Harei zeh ta'anit sha'od. That counts as a ta'anit sha'od. What?
How are you going to make a bill on yourself if you're going to eat?
Yeah, it's a good question. Maran says, "Im kibel alav ta'anit ad chatzi hayom, ve'achal achar kach, o she'achal ad chatzi hayom, ve'kibel alav ta'anit misham va'elach, eno nikra ta'anit letpalel anenu, aval nikra ta'anit shetzarich lashlim nidro." He's machmir. He says you got to finish the neder.
We saw that Rabbi Yochanan didn't have to finish the neder. Understand?
The Yerushalmi is arguing.
That's one line. It says, I skipped that because it's not so clear. Oh, that's the whole question.
Where's the Ramah?
Let's see, let's finish a second. So you could do it also the opposite way. I mean, you could make it in the Old age and then go. Barak lo, lo, people say me the bad day. You're reading.
לפי מה שכתב הרמ"א בסעיף ה', לנהוג בתענית יחיד, שומר ענן בשומע תפילה אף בלא קבלה כלל, הוא הדין בענייננו כאן. I think that's what it is, but I have to find the rest of the thing. But according to Maran, half a day, no anenu, only if you're fasting the whole day.
But it counts as a
It's a ned. It's a ned. It doesn't. It's a ned. Okay.
it's like the same as any other net.
It's a safek ned, but okay. Let's see. Kol ta'anit. Continue. Amar Shmuel. Kol ta'anit shelo kibel alav mi be'od yom. A ta'anit that you didn't accept from the day before. Lav shemeh ta'anit. It's not considered a ta'anit. V'iyativ mai. And if you fast without accepting it from before. Amar Rabba bar Shila. Dami lemafucha demal yazika. It's like a bellows that's full of hot air. Nothing. Rashi. Mai v'iyativ mai isalik leta'anit ilo lemafucha hu hamafuach shenovchim bo hanapachim et ha'ur hamitmale beruach. It gets full of air. Avzen itmale ruach. He got full of air. Shelo achal klum. The Rif adds a line when he quotes this. He says. Amar Shmuel, Kol Taanit Shelo Kibla Ala Mi Be'od Yom Lo Shmei Taanit Shene'emar Kadeshu Som. The Som has to be Mekudash from before.
Has to say or think it.
You have to you have to say. The Gemara says, Eimat Mikabele. When do you accept the Taanit? Rav Amar B'Mincha. Shmuel Amar B'Tfilat HaMincha.
Now go back to regular
fast.
fast. We're off the shower.
Rashi.
Can't do it before.
Let's see. Rashi. B'Mincha is mana Mincha. Va'afilu bashuk Omer Hareni Mahar B'Ta'anit. B'Tfilat HaMincha. B'Sofa, at the end of the Tefillah, Omer, he says, Tosefet Ritzui V'Tahanuni, some supplications, Ad Omer, and then he says, Hareni mahar beta'ani. Tomorrow I'm going to fast. V'davka nakat mincha. Even Rav says mincha mishum de samuch letchilat yom ta'anito. Le'afuke tefilat yotzer. But shahrit, no. V'dika nami, it's meduyak mi de pasik Shmuel upali gadrav. Shmuel is arguing the amar bizman mincha shu yaitev. Not only Rav is saying you can do it even from the beginning. And Hashmul says no, only in the tefillah. The Ritva, the others, they argue. They say no. Rav, Minha, Shahri, yesterday, as long as it's from before. And Shmuel wants Davka Tefillah Taminha.
What's special about mincha? What?
It's right before.
It's
So tefillah. Wow. Beruchim habayim. Wow. Okay.
So what? Why it was 2:30, 12:30 in the afternoon. One guy they lose before on a summer day, before 8 o'clock sunset.
Okay. No. Maybe you have to pray mincha late. I don't know. Right. So the Gemara says.
Can be after Hatzot, no?
That's my question.
That's Leo's question. I don't know. So the Gemara says. Amar Rav Yosef kavated the Shmuel mistabra makes sense like Shmuel. Dichtiv b'Megillat Taanit. It says in Megillat Taanit, lahen. So they have right. One day they sat down in the Aliyah and they wrote down all the Yamim Tovim. And then they published it. Now, well, maybe Paul's been fasting Monday and Thursday the whole year. He accepted it from Rosh Hashanah. Now all of a sudden they published this thing. So what should I do? I already have Nedarim on, I already have Taanit on. So they said as follows. Lahen, Kol Inish Diyeti Alohi Mikodmat Dena Yiyaser. If you accepted a fast from before we published the list, Yiyaser. Right? My love, Yiyaser Atzmo Bislo. Doesn't it mean you should make yourself Asur in the Tefillah? Because even though you already accepted it, you still have to re-accept it the day before. Whereas according to Rav, at least according to the not Rashi, you're already Asur.
Right.
Because I accepted it from the beginning of the year.
But you said mincha means the same day.
I said not according to Rashi. According to the other Rishonim that you could do it from before, I'm already asur. I don't have
shahid.
no further,
from
no
the first day
anytime.
of the year, every Tuesday, Thursday.
No
I'm
further
fasting.
action. No further action necessary.
No fasting.
Says the Gemara, lo ye'aser atzmo. He is asur. Rashi.
Asur from eating.
Yeah, Rashi. K'dichtiv b'mgilat ta'anit lesof yamim tovim ha'ketuvim b'mgilat ta'anit. At the end of all the days that it's written, ketiv ba, it says, mekodmat denai yaser. Le'el meneh tani. Before that it says, ilen yomaya, these are the days. Delo let'ana behon. Nobody confessed. Lahen, therefore, kol inish, every person, the yeteh alohi ta'anit min kodmat denai. There has a fast before this. לפני אלו ימים טובים, כגון שקיבל עליו 10 תעניות או 20, ונכנסו אלו הימים בהם, as it means, ייסר בצלו, בתפילה. Right? He has to accept it in your tefillah and fast. ואילו קיבלה עליה בתפילת המנחה, but if he didn't accept it in מנחה, לא דאחי להנח ימים טובים, it won't push it off. Alma the ikar ta'anit ba'ilek bule betfilat mincha ilave. You have to accept it again. Ve'ilo kible ilave betfilat mincha. If you didn't accept it, lo asa klum. It's nothing. Yiyaser lashon ve'asera isar. Bislo. I don't know. It's above my pay grade. Bislo selota in prayers. Ika da amri, some say lashon neder, shekibel alav letanot kemo harimoti yadi el Hashem, the metargeminan harimati yadi beslo, ve'en Rabbi modeh. Hade katani. Why does it say dichtiv b'mgilat ta'anit? Megillat ta'anit is not part of the Tanakh. Why is it dichtiv? Mishum de Megillat ta'anit hayta nechsevet levad lezichron nisim. The only sefer. The only the Rabbanan thing that was written was Megillat Ta'anit because it was a Zichron Nisim. So we had a machloket. We wanted to say Shmuel because what Gores Yiyaser. No, maybe it's Yaser, and you don't have to say it again in Tefillah. The Gemara says Pligi Baha about this thing, whether it's Yiyaser or Yaser. Rabbi Chia, Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Chadamar once said Yiyaser. You have to say it in Tefillah Mincha. Echad amar yeaser, it's already asur. Bishlam aman de amar yeaser kedamrinan. You have to repeat it. Leman de amar yeaser ma'hi. What does it mean? Titanya b'mgilat ta'anit. So Megillat Ta'anit has the top and the bottom, right? There's the top, and then there's a Baraita explaining every top. It's like a Mishnah and a Gemara. Titanya b'mgilat ta'anit kol enish diyeti alohi. Mikodmat dena yeaser keitzad yachid shekibel alav sheni v'chamishi shel kol hashana, except the Monday, Thursday, the whole year kula. Ve'ir'u bahem, and some of them were yamim tovim aktuvim Megillat Ta'anit. Im nidro kadam legezeratenu. If his neder came before our gezerah, yavtil nidrot gezeratenu. His neder is mevatel. No further action necessary.
His neder in the vatil.
Our gezerah because it was before.
His fast is grandfather.
He fast, right? The im gezeratenu kodemet lenedro. If our gezerah came before his neder, tevatel gezeratenu et nedro. Right? If we made it first, then we trump.
Why do we need this line? It happened. I mean, obviously they
For that year. For that year.
This when they wrote it.
They wrote it for that when they wrote it. The year that they published it, you needed a what's it called?
At the same time they wrote the Gemara.
At the same time that they wrote Megillat Ta'anit. Rashi. Chad Amar Yaser. The Lo Havetani, he didn't read in Megillat Ta'anit Yaser Bislo. Temash Madavka Keda Amrin, and only in Mikabel Betfilat Mincha in Ve'ilolo. Ela Yaser. Temash Ma Yeh Asur Le'echol. He's Asur to eat. I'ati Ale Ta'anit Min Kodmatena. Ben Betfilah, Ben Shelo Betfilah. Mai Kasavar. What does he hold? Mshani Kedetanya. Yachid Shkiblav Ta'anit Sheni V'Chamishi Shekol Shana Kula. Kilomar Kedemefarish Behedya. It says over there Befirush. Im Nedro Kadam Lekzeratenu. Velo Shna doesn't make a difference if he's going to accept it. Ben Betfilah, Ben Shelo Betfilah. קודם גזירתנו, קודם שגזרו חכמים, before the חכמים instituted ימים טובים הללו. אבל מי שגזרו after the גזירה, אף על פי שהתחיל תעניותיו, even though he started his fast, קודם הזמנים הללו, before the time, לא דחו.
What does it mean? Let's say Hanukkah come in, I say Monday and Thursday I'm gonna fast. Now it's Hanukkah. What
That's established already. These are new
Don't
holidays.
Don't fast.
That's what I'm saying.
According
even-
to this, we'll see
Even
later.
if I did before, or if I did the nether before the Gezerah,
No, before the Gezerah, then you can fast.
even though it's Hanukkah, I should fast.
Yes.
Rabbi,
Taanit
which one is lo dahu? The Rashi saying lo dahu, which one?
If the fast is not toche the Yom Tov because you made the fast after the Yom Tov was already in existence. Taanit Rabbanan, ad matay ochel v'shoteh, until what time in the morning can you eat and drink? Right? We said ochel v'shoteh mishachashecha. You can eat at night. Ad matay, how long? Ad shi'aleh amud hashachar, until dawn. Divrei Rabbi. Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon, Omer, ad kerot hagever, until the rooster crows. Amar Abaye, lo shanu ela shelo gamar sudato. This is what I said. So now, the principle is that it's a fast day, but we let you eat at night. The etzem, it's a fast day from Shkia, but we let you eat at night. Amar Abaye, Lo shanu ela shelo gamar sudato. You can only eat until the morning if you're eating your meal until the morning. Aval gamar sudato, once you finish your meal, and ochel, you can't eat. Why? The fast starts. They gave you a meal.
At night, talking?
Yes, Rashi. Ad matay ochel v'shoteh balayla kishemitane l'machar. Bechol ta'aniot, any fast who ochel mishetechshach, they can eat at night. Va'afilu b'ta'anit yachid kamadi. Ad kerot hagever, until the rooster crows. Afilu pam rishona, even the first time. Ka'amar.
Put a hold like a right?
No. Mide ka'amar gabe yotze yechidi balayla besed yoma ad she'ishash. Shelo gamar seudato aval gamar devrei hakol en ochel. Says the Gemara, Eiti ve'rava, Rava asked Abaye a question. Gamar ve'amad, if he finished his meal and he stood up, hareze ochel, he could still eat. No hatam keshelo sileh. He stood up, but he didn't pull away the table. Rashi achal ve'amad afal pi shebirech made berkat hamazon ve'amad mishulchano chozer ve'ochel ve'em bekach klum. Says no, shelo silek et hatavla. The lav akira. It's not a complete akira. Ve'lo asach da'atem me'achila. V'cheseuda arichata dami. It's like a one long meal. It's okay. Ika da'amri. Some say amarava lo shanu ela keshelo yashan. It's only if he didn't sleep. Aval yashan, if he slept, en ochel, he can't eat. Rashi ika da amri amarava valacha ika da amri ochel v'shoteh ad she'ishan keva ve'ad she'aleh amud hashachar. If he didn't sleep, could be. Aval yashan hafsakahu. It stopped it. V'shuv en ochel. Eiti ve'Abaye esrava. Yashan ve'amad. Right, he slept and he woke up. Hareze ochel, he could continue eating. Hatam be'mitnamnem. Over there he was dozing. So it wasn't a real what's called. Look at Rashi. Hatam lav yashen mamash. Ela mitnamnem. Sumiler bela'az. Hechi dami mitnamnem. What's considered mitnamnem? Amaravashi nin velo nin. He's sleeping, but he's not sleeping. Tir, he's awake. Velo tir, but he's not really awake. Tekarule. They call him ve'ani. He answers. Velo yada hadure sevara. He can't answer anything logical. Vechi mitkiri le, when you remind him what you told him, mitkari remembers. You familiar with that state? כדמתרגמינה ויקץ ואתער. ההדורי סברה. אם צריך ממנו דבר, if you need from him, צריך הרהור, needs thought, אינו יודע לומר בעוד שמנמנם. You can't say it while he's dozing. וכי מתקרו לה, but you remind him what you told him, מתקר, כזה שמעת מתקר. Okay.
But what's the halakha now? So there's a fast. Can I make a condition that I'm gonna eat before Alut Shahar?
So you can make a condition, yes.
But they're saying that Zohar doesn't like it.
Zohar is a Zohar.
No, but it's not a good thing.
Al pi Zohar, you shouldn't eat after you sleep ever. But it's more important to fast.
More important to fast.
More important to fast. לילה שלפני התענית, תקצר.
But drinking is not a problem. No? You don't have to.
כל תענית שאוכלים בו בלילה, בין ציבור, בין יחיד, הרי זה אוכל ושותה עד שיעלם אור השחר. הוא שלא יישן, שינת קבע. אבל אם ישן, אינו חוזר ואוכל, ולא שותה. אלא אם כן התנה לאכול או לשתות.
Also, לשתות you have to make time?
Yeah,
The whole לשתות you have to make time.
of course, there are more holes like this. We all like that.
We all that
Okay.
you have to make tonight? Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Make it tonight and make it more.
Okay, says the
I
Gemara.
learned something.
Amar Rav Kana, Amar Rav.
But if you should
That's the difference tonight.
if you should every day before
Doesn't make it. That's the Ramo. We
you
don't hold
should
like that.
every day, that's
That-
all-
we
that's
don't
like
hold
a
like
crime.
that.
That's fine.
Amar Rav Kana, Amar Rav. Rav Kana said the name of Rav Yachid shekibel alav ta'anit. When a Yachid accepts a ta'anit, asur b'ni'ilat sandal, he can't wear shoes. Why not? Hare ta'anit Yachid, you're allowed to wear shoes. Haishin anshema ta'anit zibur kabil aleh. We're afraid maybe he accepted a full ta'anit zibur that you can't wear shoes. Heichi la'avid. So how should you accept it and not get stuck? Amar Rabba barav Shila lema hachi lemahar. Which, as Paul was just checking out, that's what it says in the Nosach, right? Taanit Yachid. Rashi, Yachid shekibel alav ta'anit stam, ve'en yodea eze ta'anit kibel alav, im Yachid, im shel tzibur. Ve'asur ve'ta'anit ne'ilat sandal, shema ta'anit tzibur, kishlosha emtza'iyot, o kezayin aharonot kibel alav. Amru le Rabbanan le Rav Sheshat. The rabbis told Rav Sheshat, At ka'atu Rabbanan, kachazinan Rabbanan. I see the yeshiva guys. The Mesaimi Misanayu. They have shoes on. The atu lebet anitan. They're coming to where we're fasting, where we're praying. Ikpid. He got upset. The Amar Lui told these complainers, Dilma mechal nami achu. Maybe they're eating too. Meaning, so what's going on? Those Talmidim that were wearing shoes, they held in Taanit Tzibur beBavel. So therefore, the Taanit is a Taanit Yachid. You're allowed to wear shoes. Rav Sheshat himself didn't hold like that. He held it is a Taanit Tzibur, and you're not allowed to wear shoes, right? So the people told him he wouldn't be Mekabel because according to him it was a. Look at Rashi. Ka'atu Rabbanan leTaanita beTaanit Tzibur. Vesavri la they hold Kishmuel Damar and Taanit Tzibur beBavel. The Perek Makom Shenahagu. I know it's quoted from there. We had on the page before. The Asur b'ni'ilat sandal b'chol hani. Ikpid Rav Sheshat. Duma mechal nami achli uporshim midachet tzibur. Velet lei de Shmuel. He didn't hold of Shmuel. The Anan ha'idna na'ignan kishmuel. We hold of Shmuel. We hold entani tzibur b'bavel.
Why they complain?
I guess the minhag was not to wear shoes, but they held it's mutar. They wore them. Says the Gemara. Abaye v'Rava me'ayli, they would go to the Beit Ta'anit, ki mesaimi afanta. They wore like slippers. Is krifit. Krifut. Fit. Have a yud.
That was wrong.
Okay, so yours is wrong.
But I have a
Na'al kala haserat or elyon. It doesn't have an upper level. Tosfot says min al she'en lo shulaim, doesn't have a soul. It's nothing. Right? It's just covering the shoe, covering the top of the feet.
The bottom of the feet.
No, it doesn't have a soul.
It doesn't have a soul?
Mereimar umor zutra mechalfi limina lismalo dismala limina. They switch the right to the left and the left to the right. Rabbanan deber Rav Ashi nafki kiur hayhu. Rashi says mechalfi biyom ta'anita litzure something. Nafki kiur hayhu. They went regular. Savri ki had the Amar Shmuel and ta'anit zibur b'Bavel ela tisha be'av bilva. Amar of Yehuda Amara.
The three fasts they didn't have.
Correct.
Other four, not tiny.
Love Adam. Right. This was not even those. This was Taanit Kishamim. Amar of Yehuda Amarav. Love Adam Taanito Uporeya. A person who made a neder to fast and he's not in the mood of fasting that day, he could borrow it Uporeya and pay on a different day. Ki amrite kamed Shmuel, when I told it, meaning I'll eat today and I'll fast tomorrow, right?
Yes.
You get you made a neder to fast today, and all of a sudden you get invited to a big free meal in the fancy restaurant. Loveh adam ta'anito porea. It's like a siyum, right? Oporea. Ki amrite kamed Shmuel, when I told it to Shmuel, amarli, v'chi neder kabil aleh, delo sagi delo mishalem. Is it a neder that I can't pay another time? Litzure nafshe kabil aleh. He just accepted to suffer a little bit. Imatzi mitzar nafshe. If he could do it that day, fine. Ilo matzi. If he can't, lo mitzar nafshe. Don't do it that day. Do it a different day.
You don't have to pay, or you
have to pay. Maybe you don't even have to pay. Litzure be'alma. Rashi says. Rashi doesn't say that. Litzure be'alma. Imatzi mitzar nafshe. Ve'ilo lo yehe ela liyoma harina. Do it on another day.
What is it saying? What is added to the first one?
He's basically it could be someone is saying that Shmuel is saying here, look in Tosfot. Umishum hachi ka'amar Shmuel delove ta'anito porea davka hecha delo matzi mitzar nafshe. Aval hecha de matzi mitzar nafshe lo matzi lelavo ta'anito. Shmuel saying no, it's not love adam ta'anito because you have a good day. Says you only if you're not feeling well. Not feeling well, do it another day. But if not,
Female, you can't.
you can't. Maybe you can. You can't. There's no meaning. You can't resist. Right? The pain is too much.
That's not feeling good.
Right?
That makes you feel sick.
Right, makes you feel sick. He's sick to his stomach.
Ika
de amri. There's another version. Amar view the amarav love adam ta'anito uporea. Ki amri te kame de Shmuel amali pshita. What are you telling me? Lo yehe ele neder. Let's say you made a neder of tzedakah. Neder milo matzi. They take out pai. Milo matzi l'shlumi umezal lemahar yom harina. I can't pay another day. So to here, meaning the Ran says basically that a neder ta'anit is not a neder of isur. If you say konam ma'achal alai hayom, right? All the food I eat today is asur. There's no way out of that. That's a neder isur. You can't get out. Over here it said hareni beta'anit lemahar. So basically you're accepting to do a mitzvah. This is okay. So it's not the food didn't become asur. You have to do a mitzvah. If you can't do it today, do it tomorrow. Rav Yoshua bered Rav Idi ikla lebe Rav Asi Avdule igla tilta.
Once he said tomorrow, he locked into a time from.
Let's say because it's not true. Let's say Leo. Let's say you promised tzedakah, right? You promised Moshe some tzedakah, $100, right? So now you have $100 bill. You're on the way to give it to Moshe. All of a sudden, your wife calls Leo. I need you to go pick something up. So you go. What? But you said you're giving it to Moshe.
So that's any time, but not tomorrow. There's a time frame.
I said this 100. I'm giving to Moshe.
This bill.
Yeah, you can't do that with money because money is not this.
This is the same thing. That's what the Ran says. Exactly that case. As long until you give it to Moshe, you can borrow it on paper, even though you said this money.
They said this
Because money is all.
Now there's a question fungible, but there's a question. There is a question.
Oh no, Rabbi said.
Right, I'm not worried. Moshe's going to collect it. The question is, if you said Yom Zeh, there's a reef that says that you can't pay it back. So we hold the maaseh that if from the beginning of the neder you said Yom Zeh, then you have to keep Yom Zeh. You can't borrow it. If you said first I'm going to fast 10 days, and then you say okay, Monday's looking good, nothing on the schedule. I think I could pull off Monday. So you accepted Monday, so then you could borrow and pay back. But if you accepted from the beginning tomorrow, you can't. That's how we hold. Okay.
Can you pay someone to fast for you?
No. Amar lehu, says Gemara. Rav Yehuda. Okay, the Gemara has a story. Rav Yeshua bered Rav Idi ikla lebe Rav Asi. He got to Rav Asi's house. Avdule igla tilta. They made him a egel shlishi labet. Very fancy stuff. Right? They heard he's coming. They made him a crazy meat. Amrule. They brought Jack Cuisine for him. Amrule. Lit omor midi. Taste something. Amrule. Taanit ayativna. Amane taanit. Amrule velozif mar velifra. Why don't you borrow the fast? Pay it back another day. Lo savar la mo. Don't you hold the had amar yuda amarav love adam taanito porea.
That's in the middle of the Taanit.
He's in the middle.
So he doesn't. That's the case. Amar lehu taanit chalom hu. It's a taanit chalom. Amar Rabbi bar Machsia. Amar Rav Chama bar Guria. Amar Rav yafer taanit la halom. A taanit is good for a bad dream. Ke'esh leneoret, like fire burns up the leftovers of the flax. The Amar Rav Chista. And Rav Chista said, Ubo bayom, you have to do it that day. The Amar Rav Yosef said, Va'afilu b'Shabbat Rashi yachol et'anot kedesh yitpatel tzad gufo, because he's suffering from the dream. Ma'ita kante hare, if you fasted on Shabbat, you mevatel onek Shabbat. Late, if ta'anit le'ta'anite, you have to fast because you fast.
But Sunday is not called the Taanit Halom.
No, Sunday is a fast for Shabbat.
You can switch Sunday to Monday.
Some say. Avru elu. If the first three fasts, meaning of the tzibur fast, velo ne'enu, they weren't answered, betin gozrim gimel ta'aniyot aherot, they make another three fasts on the tzibur. Ochlim v'shotim be'od yom. Over here, they have to finish eating in the daytime. The night is asur. Ve'asurim b'mlacha, they can't work. U'brechitza, they can't wash. U'besicha, they can't anoint themselves. V'nilat asada, wearing shoes, tashmish amita. V'no'alim et hamirchatzaot, we lock the bathhouses. Avru elu velo ne'enu. If these days passed and they weren't answered, betin gozrim aleim od sheva, another 7. Shehen altogether yud gimel ta'aniyot alitzibur. The first 3 light ones, the middle 3, and the last 3, and the last 7. Hare elu yeterot al rishonot. These 7 are even more than the middle ones. Shebe'elu matri'im. They blow shofar. V'no alim et ta'anuyot, and we lock the stores. Basheni on a Monday, matimim hashecha, we open a little bit as it's getting dark. Ubahamishi, but on Thursday, mutarim, they open all day. Mipnei kevod Shabbat. Avru elu, if all 13 pass. Below ne'enu, mima'atim b'masa u'matan. We do less business. Bebinyan, we don't build so much. Benetiyah, we don't plant so much. Be'erusin, u'benisuin, in marrying and engagements. B'she'elat shalom ben adam lahaviro, they don't say hello so much. Kibnei adam and nizufim lamakom, like people that were yelled at by Hashem. Hayichidim, the rabbis, chosrim u'mitanim, they fast again. Achi yetze Nisan. Yatza Nisan v'yardu geshamim. If it rains after Nisan, siman kilala, it's a curse. Shnei mar alok etzir chitim hayom. So the Gemara asks, Bishlama kulhu, all of the things that we mentioned that you're not allowed to do, itehu ta'anu, right? Lechitza, sicha, tashmish amita, aval melacha. Sa'arhu. Why are you not letting him work? Let him work. Nobody enjoys work. Amar Rav Chista, Amar Rabbi Yirmiyah bar Abba, Amar Kra, Kadeshu Tzom, Kiru Atzara Esfu Zekenim. Right? Declare the fast. Kiru Atzara, call it a Atzara. What's Atzara? Ki Atzeret, like Shavuot. Ma Atzeret, just like Shavuot. Asur ba'asiyam melecha, you not let it work. After Taanit, Asur ba'asiyam melecha, you can't work. Says the Gemara, Ima atzeret miurta. Shavuot, you can't work from the night. After Taanit, nami miurta. Also, the Taanit should be asur to work night.
What's Neti'ah? Who's Neti'ah? There's no rain. What do you know?
We're going to get there. Amar Bizera, you have a cistern, you have a irrigation, you have a well water. This garden is watered by well water. Amar Bizera, Lididi mefarsha li mine derbir mir ba'aba. Rav Yerim ba'aba, who is the author of this statement, he told me, Amar kra esfuzekenim, right? Kadeshu som, kiru atzara esfuzekenim. You have a comparison before that the fast day is asur b'mlacha, and you have a comparison after that it's that you have, it's like the asifat zekenim. Ma asifat zekenim bayom, just like the gathering of the rabbis is only in the daytime. Avtzom nami, so too the fast, meaning when it's asur b'mlacha bayom, is only asur in melacha in the daytime. Says the Gemara, if that's the case for ema mitihara, maybe we should gather the rabbis in the afternoon, and it'll only be asur melacha in the afternoon. Amar Rabbi Abba, Amar of Shesha B'red Rav Idi. Misayei alei Rav Huna. This fact supports Rav Huna. The Amar who says mitzafra kinufya. Rav Huna says that the gathering of the rabbis is in the morning. Hechi avdi. So what's the schedule of the day? Amar Abaye mitzafra v'ad palga diyoma, from the morning until midday. Me'ainina b'mili demata. We see what's going on in the town. Rashi. Dirisha v'hakira livdok b'ma'asehem v'eske b'neha'ir im gezel v'hamas b'nehem. Maybe someone has a stealing or something. Umefaisim otam, we make peace. Right? Mikan va'elach, after that, Riv'a diyoma, a quarter of the day, karina b'sifra v'aftarta. We read the Torah and we make the haftarah. Sounds like a slow Baal Koreh. Right? Mikan va'elach, after that, ba'ina rahameh, we pray. Shene'emar va'yakumu alamdam. They stood in their place. Va'yikre'u b'sefer Torah Hashem Elohehem revi'it hayom. A quarter of the day. Urvi'it, and a quarter, mitvadim. They were confessing, u'mishtahavim la'Hashem Elohehem. Epuch ana. Maybe they should pray in the morning and have the hasifat zekenim in the afternoon, and this way will only be asur melacha in the afternoon. Lo sal kadaita, right? Dichtiv ve'elai ye'asefu kol hare b'divrei Elohei Yisrael al ma'ala gola v'chtiv u'b'minchat ha'erev, in the mid-afternoon kamti mita'aniti ve'efresa kapayel Hashem. So you see, the praying was in mincha time. So if mincha is praying, the Kiryat Torah is from Hatzot, and the Me'ayni b'mili demata is in the morning. Baruch Adonai le'olam.
Rabbi Hanania
You don't have to shut them on Yom Kippur.
I know. So here it's more word. They have to. Why
People will go.
Even if there's such dire straits.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Amen. Yes. Amen.
Okay. So tomorrow, what time?